I avoided Power Query for years because it looked overwhelming until I realized consultants only use a fraction of it. This isn't another Power Query tutorial. It's the quick and easy way I do my Excel data work. You don't need most of Power Query, you only need 3 things. So what's the quick and easy way to bring together datasets with Power Query? Let's get into Excel. We're working with 4 files today. We've got our year data file. We want to collate data in this file. The data is coming from the Feb data, Jan data, and health data files. So the Feb data is very similar to the Jan data. So the first thing we want to do is stack this data into a single table. And the health data is a bit different. This is data related to each what. We're going to marry this data up with some Power Query tricks later in the video. So with that said, let's go back to the year data file where we're trying to collate the data. And just note, we've got 2 queries already. Now these queries are connection only. We've got the February data coming into the file. I recommend connection only. So how can we easily bring in the January data? We're going to go to Get Data from File from Excel Workbook. Just select the January file and click Import at the bottom. And then in the next screen, we go for Table Jan. Yes, this data is tabulated and the tables are informatively named. I know the name of the table is there. Now, this is where people make the critical mistake and create a lot of unnecessary clutter. Yes, you don't need to load. You can just go to Load To right at the bottom of your screenshot, Load To, and the next box allows us to create a connection. This is what I recommend. This means you won't have lots of data hanging around in your workbook. The simple way to do it. So we've now got 3 data connections. We want to stack up the February and January data. Well, it's easy because we've done the legwork already, bringing the data into the file as a connection. So get data, combine queries. What do we want to do? We want to stack the data or append the data. So let's go ahead, click Append. We want to append 2 tables, the first table being the January table, the second table being the February table. Yes, this is how simple it is working with Power Query like this. Now we click OK. This does take us into the Power Query editor. But the truth is, I don't use any of this stuff at the top. We've kind of done the work already. There is one thing I want to do, which is to name the new appended query we're going to create. I'm just going to call it year. I call it year because it's the data for the whole year, and this will become the name of the sheet that this is going to be sent to. Close and load. We're going to have a new sheet appearing in the file, which is called year. So let's go ahead and prove this now. Can we go to the February file? Put some more data in the file. So let's say the 5th of February, 26, save the file, Control S. Now back to our collated data file, we're going to go ahead, refresh the data. What would we expect to happen? We can see a new row coming in there. This is the quick and simple way to collate data with Power Query. Appending is great for stacking similar files, but in the real world, data rarely matches. So how can we bring together files that look completely different? So let's do something a little more advanced now. Yes, working with data sets that don't have the same column structure, how can we bring them together back into Excel? So the file we're interested in this time is our health data file, because here we've got data related to each dog walk, things like the steps and the heart rate, but you can see the column structure is completely different. So how can we marry these files? How can we get the rows to match up? Well, the key concept here is the key column. So what's this all about? Well, let's go back to our January data and let's prepare a unique identifier for each row. Yes, it's the key that brings everything together. How to do this? Well, if you have date in your data, date is often useful for this. I'm going to go ahead, select the date and use the text formula to get it into a particular format that I know is going to work in our key. This looks good to me. And then I'm going to pair this with the dog name. Now, what does this do? This gives us a unique identifier, and that's exactly what we need, a unique identifier across all the files, because you can see I've prepared the health data and the February data with this key. So we can go to the January file, make sure you save it. So that means Power Query will bring in the latest data. And now we're ready, going back to our base file where we're collating the data, we're ready to bring the data in and to do a data merge. So data, get data, combine queries. This time we're not appending, we're not putting rows on top of each other. We want to bring columns in. So we're merging. And we can go ahead, yes, we want to work with the year table. What's the other table we want to work with? Well, it's the health data table. We can see it previewed here. Now, what do we need to do? We need to tell Excel which columns contain the data with those unique identifiers. Those columns will be used to match up the rows. Well, it's the key column in the year, and it's the key column in the health table. And I can see at the bottom, Power Query has told me it's found 22 of 22 possible matches there. So this is good news for us. We can go ahead and click OK back in the Power Query editor. Once again, we don't need to worry too much about all the stuff at the top. Let's keep it simple. I'm just going to name the query again. I'm going to call this Year with Health. Again, an informative name for the query. We can go ahead, close and load. We're going to see a new sheet in the file. And this sheet is called Year with Health. There's another thing we need to do. I'm going to go back into the query, just double click to that. And over on the right, we can see table health. So this is where all the data lives from our health table. We don't want to select all the columns. We want the steps and heart rate column. We can then click OK, close and load. And now we should see these columns being added on the end of the table, the steps and the heart rate. How cool is that? Can we check something quickly? So Frodo's Walk, on the 1st of January, there were 72,200 steps. Go to the health data. I can see 72,200 here. Could we change that to 72,300? Make sure you save the file back to our base file and go ahead and refresh all the data. We should see that new figure coming through to the file, and we can see 72,300 there. This is how to merge data the simple way in Power Query. So these data transformations with Power Query are pretty cool, but have you noticed the data doesn't look good yet and people don't engage with data that doesn't look good? So we've done the hard work, but how can we get the data looking good quickly and easily in Power Query back into the spreadsheet? I've done some formatting here. If you want to know how to get this consultant look in your spreadsheets, the video is linked below. Back into the query, I'm going to double click on the query down here. What are some of the things you might want to do? First, I want to sort the data so the most recent data appears at the top. I just click on the column, and then over on the right, an applied step has appeared. This is how Power Query kind of documents the processing of the data for us. So we've managed to sort the data. I'm going through and I want to get rid of some of these columns. I'm going to right click and then remove the paid column. And then these prep columns we don't need either. So I'm just right clicking and removing. And then we can rename columns too. So I'm going to right click and go to rename. At the bottom, this column should be called steps. Clearly right click and rename. And this column is much better named as heart rate. So just a few changes there to tidy things up. I can now close and load back to the spreadsheet, and I can see things looking much better now. A Power Query table, like Excel tables, occasionally misbehave. So I'm just going to copy the formatting across here, Control-Alt-V and T on the Windows PC, but this is not looking too bad. And yes, this is how to get your data that's been imported, merged, and appended looking good with Power Query. Now, Power Query became available as early as 2010, but I only started using it just a few years ago. That's how intimidating it looked to me. It looks like a completely different piece of software, but these days I'm using it every day on my projects with Tiger Spreadsheet Solutions. It's the most practical way to bring data sets together, and that's because I learned to focus only on these three things. So I hope you too get value out of the 5% of Power Query that consultants use. Today, we've looked at how to get Power Query working for you. If you're following the year of your Excel success, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to get that consultant look in your spreadsheets, click here.